how are you? Welcome to my channel. My name is Ruth and today I am continuing on with my inventory series slash review slash declutter, and today I am bringing you my cream bronzers. So first up, let us talk about the Kiko Sculpting Touch Creamy Stick Contour. It's described as a contour, but I think I got a good shade. It's shade 200. And it's a tad warmer than a contour shade normally is. It's kind of in between, I feel, which I really enjoy. Oh, get back down, don't want to break you. I'll try, see if I can get good swatches. But it's lovely. It blends out really beautifully. It's a lovely winter shade for me, I have to say. I enjoy the stick format of it. Oh, base is a little broken. Twist that back down fast. Be careful with that, Ruth. But yeah, I really enjoy it. It's a very nice product, I have to say. I've enjoyed using it. I haven't used that much of it yet, but anytime I have used it, it has come out looking well. Never looks patchy, never looks the wrong shade on me. Doesn't pick up foundation, looks well underneath and on top. Just all around a nice one. Not a favourite, but a very nice one all the same. My favourite is actually the XX Revolution cream bronzer in the shade Inspire. It's the only XX Revolution product that I've really enjoyed, to be honest. You know, I've tried a few of their products, don't love them, but this one is just lovely. It's a glass jar. It's got a good wide base, so you can really get your brush in there and get a good bit up on your brush. That makes sense. Blends out beautifully. Probably a tad warmer, yeah, a tad warmer than the Kiko and a tad lighter. But I really enjoyed, I have to say, it blends out like a dream. I've never had a day again where it looked patchy or stuck to certain areas or didn't blend out properly. With a brush, with a sponge, doesn't matter, always looks well. I tend to apply this with a brush and then at the end kind of blend out with a sponge. But this one, I think a brush is better, but again, it works fine with a sponge as well. So yeah, it's a beautiful shade. I really enjoyed it. Again, a good winter shade. So this is more winter. This would be kind of spring, early summer. But yeah, really enjoy the two of those. But the XX Revolution by far my favourite. Another one that has come into my collection is the PS Bronze Whip. This is by Primark. And they have changed. They had this before. I should have a picture up because I decluttered my old one because the packaging wasn't very good. It didn't open and close very well. This isn't much better, to be fair, but also it was a lot warmer. This is a tad cooler, so it just suits me a bit better. So I kept this one and decluttered the other one. But this is what this one looks like. So I still feel it's warm. It's more of a summer shade for me. I'm weeping just with the excitement. But again, it blends very nicely. I haven't used it as extensively as the Revolution or the Kiko one, but I do like it and I am going to keep it in my collection. You'll see here I have in total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in front of me. Not keeping them all, but you know, oh, there's thunder. I'm going to keep this one for the time being anyway. Does it have a shade on it? Velvet Finish Whipped Cream Bronzer for Healthy Radiant Glow. No, it doesn't. But like, look at the price as well, guys. €5. How can you go wrong with that? Probably the cheapest, is it? Oh no, there's another one coming up. This is very new to my collection. I've only used it twice. This is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer Night. Everyone and their mother is talking about this, so I had to get it. I just had to, because I love cream products and I was really curious. I find it very hard to open. There we go, finally. This is what it looks like on the inside. So far I'm enjoying it. I think it's quite nice. Is it the nicest product I have? Probably not, but still enjoying it. I'll give you a little swatch. So it's a bit cooler, I suppose. It's more like the Kiko one actually, so it's a bit on the cooler toned, but again it seems to be blending out very nicely, and I'm enjoying it. Good price, you know, it's not outrageously expensive. I think it was under the €10 mark, so that's good. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with it more. So the couple of times that I've used it, blended out nicely, had no issues with it. Happy days. But I had to try it because everyone was talking about it. Next up is an oldie but a goodie. It is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in Baked. I would have loved to have been able to get this in a smaller version, but at the time that I was buying it, it wasn't available and I was too impatient. Story of my life. And yeah, ended up getting the big one and I'll never finish it in my lifetime. So this is kind of like the original. I had the Chanel Ten de Chanel Soleil, whatever the hell that was called. That was my first kind of cream bronzer and I really enjoyed it. So it kind of got me into, but it was more on these kind of warmer toned. Whereas I found this one probably easier to use and blend, etc. than the Chanel one. I do enjoy it immensely, I have to say. It is very nice on. You can make it more intense, you can blend it out, so you can make it suitable for winter or summer. So I like that you can kind of adapt it to the season. I suppose you could do the same with the rest of them, but I don't know, this one just seems to work better. But look at it, I wish I hadn't the biggest size of it because I will never get through it, which is a bit of a tragedy. It'll probably end up going bad before I get to finish it. Is what it is, but I wish I had a smaller one, but it will stay in my collection because I do enjoy it. One that hopefully will be gone from my collection by the end of the year, I'm hoping, because I'm using it at the moment. This is the SheGlam Golden Sun Liquid Bronzer. Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour, they call it. This is here, nice packaging, etc. But I'm trying to really step back from SheGlam, all that kind of stuff, because they're just not a good brand. But this is it here, so this is more of a liquid and it does blend out very easily, not very intense, so it's more for someone who likes a subtle bronzer, but it's a nice shade. I like the shade on it. It's a more cool tone bronzer, which is nice to have in the collection, but I'm currently working on it and hopefully it'll be finished by the end of the year and I won't repurchase it then because, like I said, I'm just trying not to buy from that brand, that company at the moment. But I think Profusion do something similar, so maybe that down the line might be something I'd be interested in, although Profusion can be very hard to get here in Ireland. And last is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Tan Lines, another pretty iconic one that everybody kind of knows and loves. I don't love it, guys, I have to say. I find the pot too small, I find the product too stiff. That's what she said. And I'm going to throw it over here because it's just, you know, I don't like it. I don't like the shade, I think, is the main issue. It's too wishy-washy or something. Like, it's just nothing there compared to the rest. It just... yeah, I don't... Now, maybe if you want a more subtle, and it is very subtle... I don't know, I'm just not enjoying it like I thought I would. I only got it recently because it's been constantly out of stock, so it was really hard to come by. But I was curious because everybody talks about it. Now maybe I should have got a different shade, like they have a one that's up from this that maybe is a tad warmer, but I thought it'd be nice to have something a bit cool toned because so many of them are quite warm. But I just don't love it, guys. I'm going to declutter it. It's too much of a faff. I have too little space now to be keeping on to stuff that I don't love. It has to be either fairly new to my collection, so I haven't used it enough to form a complete opinion on it, or an immediate dislike, or, you know, something that just has no value in my collection at the moment. And unfortunately, this does not. So this one is getting decluttered. Look, that's not too bad. Out of 2, 4, 6, 7 bronzers, declutter in one, and hopefully have another one finished. I'm good at that. I'm fine with that. Now, I have decluttered other ones throughout the year. During the summer there, I wasn't recording much because I wasn't well, but I should have a picture up now, hopefully, editing mouth, and you'll see other ones that were in my collection earlier in the year, and I'll have a cross through them just so you know, or a circle around them, I think it was I chose, to let you know the other ones that I decluttered as well. But that is it. That is my bronzer collection, and yeah, I have it all over my desk. Good girl Ruthie, that's the job. What's your favourite cream bronzer? Do you like cream bronzers? I know some people don't like them at all. I know Caitlin Costello doesn't like them, and that's fair enough. I like, if I'm going for a more subtle look, I enjoy them. And for a shorter term, like there's no point saying it's going to last 8 hours. I don't think any of these would last 8 hours on the skin. Maybe I'm wrong, but just without powdering them down and stuff, I just can't see it. But if I want a look to really last as well, I love layering. I love layering my cream products with my powder products for longevity. I find it's a fantastic way of getting your makeup to really stay on all day, and even by the end of the day there's still something left, if that makes sense. But yeah, that is it for my cream bronzer collection. I hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I will chat to you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Slán.